Okay, back up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's countdown to the next episode. Right now, I just finished working on some of the puppets, reworking it so that way when I open up the file, it'll just start up and then I don't have to like switch heads and everything like that. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got done today. So next week's all going to be about editing. I might be doing Florida Anime Day on the 8th, but it's not too sure whether or not I will be. So I'll keep you posted on that one. I probably won't, probably will, but I will be in Kisemi's upcoming anime convention. I forgot what it was called, but like, yeah. Anyway, that's the episode tonight. Enjoy the stream. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome up to another episode of MySTREAMy Brony Theater 4000. I'm here, as usual, with Fluttershy on my mic, the jacket on my back and shirt, and the Superman pajamas. As usual, I'm joined here with my other three friends here, Justin Squared and Zacharoni and Cheese. How you doing, guys?
Tonight, we're streaking!
Nah, we'll save that for Thanksgiving. Anyway, Anyway, tonight's episode is called, It's Go Time, I guess. That's the name of it. That's all you got there. It's go time. Anyway, go on.
Okay, well, it kind of is go time.
Well.
Anyway, I finally managed to release the first interview from ConStars, the BronyCon edition for 2018. The first one was with the writers. Now there is another one on YouTube. If you're wondering why mine was shorter than the other person, it's because whenever I make an interview, I want to edit out as much useless banter as possible. Just people going stuttering like that, gone. If you're asking a pointless question or a question that's been answered a dozen times at a panel, I want it out of there. The point of doing an interview is to ask something that people probably haven't already. So, and plus, not to mention, I added in like title cards and music and an intro, and I just didn't want to take my footage and just post it up there on YouTube. That's just cheap. You have to put some effort into it.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. I even got you get to hear what Larson thinks of the people who actually liked Fame and Misfortune. Find out if No Second Prances was an allegory for something that's dark. And even some additional info about Amy Keating Rogers and what she has done for the show's songs. Cool. So check it out. It's on the Shea Studio website.
Yeah,
it's also on my channel as well.
I just linked it
I hope you guys enjoy.
I just linked it in the chat room there. Also, I want to put on here, Nerdy Chic Universe said, "So glad I can't see the streaking." It's funny because she's partially blind, but
oh, trust me, you would love it.
No, you wouldn't. Anyway,
I'm not cheap.
Zach. Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're there. There you are. I was wondering where you were. Everyone say "Go Super 6." Okay, go Super 6.
Go Super 6.
You guys gonna say it?
He
You don't
sounds
tell me
so
what to do.
into it.
Say it.
No one tells me what to do. I'm my own man.
I don't know. The person said to say that. It's like the photographer saying "Fuzzy Pickles." I don't know what that's about. I started playing Mother 3 after the stream last week, and I love it so far.
Yeet.
I also like the.
In other news,
Oh boy.
in other news, I have lost 2 teeth. Well, technically, no, I lost 1. Here's one of them.
Yeah, his thank you for sharing that with us. Apparently his crowns are starting to wear off.
Yeah,
You
but
can't answer for new ones.
yeah, this one, like, actually, this was a tooth that was already decaying. It was from a root canal. I don't feel any pain because, the nerve is gone. However, one crown did fall off, and I believe I swallowed it.
Oh, look at the
And
bright
now
side.
I look like a total redneck.
Does it hurt to eat?
Not really.
Like, I still need
I
a...
have
like a
really
situation.
They have been worked on constantly.
Oh, man.
In fact, if I ever somehow get like a shit ton of money, the first thing I would get is not a new car, but new teeth.
Should get... If I had got the chance to use new teeth, I would get new teeth. I would totally get something made of an interesting material like aluminum or plastic. Or silly putty. I would totally get a set of dentures made entirely of silly putty. I'm just saying.
That's called your gums.
I don't care. Yeah, but silly putty you can't press on newspaper and make a cool image on your teeth. Or can
The
you?
first ever memes.
Speaking of millions of dollars, I forgot to mention this last weekend. Apparently, wait a minute, hold on. With my experience of doing interviews, it's hard not to ask a question that has not been asked before unless you get inspired to create a unique one on the spot. I'll take your word for it there, Nerdy Chic Universe. Anyway, to tell you the truth here, there was a big thing of news for the Disney company last week. Apparently, Disney's finally agreed to pay their workers $15 an hour by 2021. A new contract's going to be signed in September, which is going to include the bonus that we were denied last year. So I'm finally getting that bonus at the end of September, as well as some back pay, like 50 cents for every day I worked for every extra hour I worked last year, and it's just really overwhelming for me when I did. I was on Splash Mountain when I learned it. It was just incredible. So, yeah, things are looking up. I'm probably going to be at the Disney parks for a little longer. I'm going to be working at I'm probably going to be transferring divisions there because I want to get myself a new start and get a little bit more paying jobs because, like, you know, it's all one thing at a time.
Yeah, Evan almost flipped the log flume over.
Yeah, I was that excited. I broke the boat's cord underneath and then it just flipped over. So we were in the part where they're all saying, "How do you do?" Ah! You know.
And I also went on It's a Small World for the first time.
Yeah, you told us it wasn't. You said it was good, but not good at the same time. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well,
Get to the part when we went down. Get to the part when.
wrong.
What was that?
It's not completely wrong. It really is a small world after all.
Yeah, believe it or not, though. But still, like, you should have seen Jutton's face when he went down Splash Mountain. Honestly, it was hysterical. But yeah, it's like.
At some point, I would like to do, one of those Splash Mountain photos to turn into a meme and post it online.
Oh,
So.
yeah,
It is already a meme.
I love those.
Look up Flash Mountain, and then you'll have enough fun.
I've seen those.
It all began because guess who started the meme, though? You guys would never know. No, I'm actually gonna make you. It was a celebrity who started this meme. I want you guys to guess who it was that started the photo meme on Splash Mountain. Zach, you guess which celebrity started it first?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna try.
What did you say?
I said I don't know, and I'm not even gonna try.
Fine, be that way. Justin Jablonski, guess who it was?
Gabriel Iglesias.
No. Justin Sparrow.
He always tells that story. It's fucking hilarious each time.
It is. It's a hysterical story.
Oh yeah, but anyway, Justin, guess who it was?
Britney Spears.
No. Believe it or not, the meme was started by, let me see which one it was.
You said, believe it or not, it's Ripley.
It was, surprisingly, it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, the meme started when Dwayne went down Splash Mountain flexing like a barbarian.
I'm not surprised.
So in other words, if I had the sound clip here, I guess Dwayne would say to the memers of the Splash Mountain thing, "You're welcome." It's funny because
Says, strike a pose.
My favorite is like the guys who like took like a TV and a Super Nintendo and you just see them playing it while going down.
I know what they did.
I gotta know, how do they do that?
I know how they did it. It wasn't a TV. It was a giant piece of green cardboard that they held up there.
A green piece of cardboard.
Yeah, he's referring to this picture here. It's a Nintendo GameCube, and they're playing. It's a green piece of cardboard, where they put like green in there, and they like screenshotted a thing there. It's actually very badly cropped, may I add. My favorite one's when
They don't care. It's fun.
they pull them out. Like there's a person here playing Jenga. There's one playing board games. My favorite one's the one when they're going down. There's this people here that's doing the House of Cards at the bottom. I'm sorry you can't see it, but my favorite.
How do they get that stuff on the log?
They just sneak it in. You can bring backpacks on there, man. My favorite one's the guys that are there in tuxedos and they're having dinner on there. There's and the guys in the back with the plate and things like bon appetit.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I would actually love to have like a guitar on there. I just start, like doing like some 80s shreds.
It's funny because on a previous stream, I threatened. I'm sorry. I proposed to you and Jackie that we dress up like the characters from Singing in the Rain and we go down the stream, the thing with the umbrellas and everything. Or in the raincoats.
We would lose the umbrellas.
Yeah, we'd probably get busted for I wouldn't say do the umbrellas. I think we'd probably go like, yay. I mean, Jackie, I gotta get Jackie back on here. She would make a beautiful Debbie Reynolds.
Or go on there with a violin, just start playing it on the way down.
I think it's been done.
Like the Titanic.
There's a bunch of guys eating breakfast cereal on there. I'm glad Zach knows about this meme personally. It's really fun. There's a person in the back that just holds up a sign that says I'm gay.
Gay at Disney.
Oh man.
No, this is what I would do. I would go sit behind one of you two. I'm not saying who. I would have a sign saying I'm gay with an arrow pointing down.
I'm gay. I'd be the guy in the front that says I'm not.
Now I know what one of us should do. Probably you, Jablonski. You go down there with a power morph and go, it's morphin' time.
All of us have morphers.
I seriously would.
And have someone as the Green Ranger behind you.
Apparently, there's a. I think I'm gonna bring up some controversy right now on the chat. Who likes controversy?
Yay!
Who likes starting controversy?
Yay!
Zach, you like starting controversy?
It's what I do.
Zach, you like starting controversy?
It's my life.
Yes, it is. Anyway, apparently I'm looking at the chat room. There's a user here called Crystal Spade Studios. I don't know what that is, but apparently they're using my logo for Shade Side Studios that I hand created. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to find a way to send them an email by my studios asking them to remove that logo. I mean, it's not technically a carbon copy; it's just recolored. Let me take a look at this. I linked this logo a moment ago to you guys. You saw in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Like I said it looks like a creepypasta version of the current Shade Side Studios logo. Look at that stuff there. I don't know.
Oh, before I forget, the person who made that question or comment to me about doing interviews and what to ask,
What color
you can actually get an idea of what questions have been asked if you go on YouTube and just look at panel videos.
So,
just go to look up panel videos, see what people have asked, and then think of something that people haven't asked. Matter of fact, I almost had an interview with John Delancey.
What?
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 I almost had an interview with John Delancey when we had him at the gala because I wanted to talk to him about music. And he was really looking forward to it because he doesn't get a chance to talk about it. But unfortunately, it just didn't go through with his manager or his handler or whatever.
Well, after we saw that video of him singing "Walking in a Winter Wonderland," I'm pretty sure we would have a lot of questions. Okay, Zach, you know who John Delancey is, obviously, right?
No.
He was Q from
Discord.
He's the voice of Discord. Yeah. Apparently, there was a video. He was also Q from Star Trek of him voicing Santa Claus and saying "Walking in a Winter Wonderland." Can I play that? Do you think I could play that here without getting a copyright strike?
Do it. I think the song itself is under public domain.
What company will sue me for doing it? You tell your story. I'll look it up. Zach, I want you to hum an unnecessary song while he's telling the story.
Okay. Basically, in my Huff Rock episode of Glass of Water, Thespios says, if you didn't like the song, trust me, you don't want to hear John Delancey singing Winter Wonderland. And at first we thought he was just making a joke. But
then I looked it up. I was editing and I looked it up and I'm like, Cruiser, you need to see this.
It turns out.
Or, I think it was one of us because this was like after a stream that we were fucking around with this.
This is so stupid.
No, I remember being the one that looked it up. It was like you mentioned something about
I think I found it. Okay, hold on. I found it. This is the video. I'm just gonna play audio.
Are you listening? In the lake, snow is glistening.
Oh my
A
god.
beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Oh my god.
It almost sounds like he's just talking to them.
Yeah, it's like rap. Okay, so guys, if you want to know, I didn't know John Delancey sang until the episode where he sang Glass of Water. Nope, I'm gonna put this link in there for you guys to enjoy. Enjoy his voice.
Enjoy, basically the modern equivalent of the Shags.
No, the Shags were more inventive. John Delancey was just trying to say something. It's not like he was just literally Skyped in. He sounds like... Zach, don't take this to offense. It sounds like Zach if he was singing it. No,
Walking in a winter wonderland.
no offense.
I could see this.
No offense, Zach. No offense. Zach,
Offense taken. I'm offended.
are you really offended?
I'm gonna
He's
sue.
Tiggered. He's Tiggered.
He's Tigger.
Does this mean Zach's gonna start bouncing?
Incoming lawsuit. Here we come.
But
Well, son of a bitch, I gotta get a lawyer. Anyway,
you can't handle the truth.
I'll be your lawyer. I'll be the prosecutor and the defendant.
We are not doing what we saw in G2. No.
Hey, look at that. You can see Justin Jablonski's cat in the background. Where's your
Did that
cat?
on purpose.
Where's your cat?
They're around.
What, are they like circling you like sharks?
Not really. They're probably catching lizards and frogs and then bringing them into my room.
I meant to play that sound effect instead of the Kruger sound effect. Like, I can remember that whenever...
I'll say this, if my cat heard it, he probably would have felt a lot better.
True.
But,
I come back to your John.
anyways, a bunch of stuff has been going on.
A bunch?
You're going back into the
Dragon
car.
Huh?
No. Dragon Ball Z Abridged has
Oh, yeah.
part 1 of episode 60 out.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good
The
episode.
the Dover Boys Reanimated project got released.
I don't know what that is.
It's a old Warner Brothers cartoon that a whole bunch of animators collabed in
Yeah.
and animated the entire thing
Interesting.
in their own styles. Most notably, Brony Dance Party and Pika Pee
Oh, really?
and Bibsy Pop.
Nice. One other thing that was released here, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged released a new episode. It's like 30 minutes long, such as the Dragon Ball Z Abridged episode, and it's hilarious. If you want to see Yugi finally defeat Darts, there you go.
Yeah, and at one point Evan tried making his own abridged series.
We know. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I kind of saw it as more like an editing experiment now. Then I was proud about the editing stuff, but no, it just wasn't a good video. There you go.
It's
So yeah.
He even offered people free refunds at the very end, even though they paid nothing to see it.
What was that? The gala? That was the joke. But yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The thing was that just.
But I'm so proud of the voice and the character that I came up for Brock.
Wait. Nerdy Chic Universe, what? You're on Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? What were you in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? How did you get in touch with LK? Come on! Sorry, Nerdy Chic Universe, she's a friend of mine at Conventions.
Anyway,
Also,
but no, basically, for those of you who haven't seen, I basically turned. Evan didn't really know what he wanted for Brock, and I didn't really know what to give him either. So I'm just like throwing out goofy voices, and then I come up to this little sailor talk, and Evan goes, "Sailor, no one's done that," and so I basically turned him into Sailor Brock with the Sailor Boy Scouts, and it kind of pokes fun at the whole Sailor Scouts thing from Sailor Moon, and I know Sailor Moon has a huge fan base for both good and unsavory reasons. So when Evan and I actually went to the first Tampa Bay MegaCon, two of the people from Sailor Moon were going to be there, two of the voice actors, and I told them that I had come up with a character and a joke that kind of pokes fun at it, but I do know that it has a big strong fan following, and I didn't want to do this joke or the character unless I had their blessing. So I did the character, I did the joke. They laughed and said, "You have our blessing."
Was it the Sailor Scouts or was it Eric Stewart?
What?
Was it the Sailor Scouts or was it Eric Stewart?
It was two of the Scouts.
I was about to say, if it was Eric Stewart, I was gonna call absolute bullshit because that's one of the reasons why he hates Little Karibo is because he tried doing a Brock voice for something and he didn't like it or something like that. I don't know.
I already met Eric Stewart. The guy's a douchebag.
Yeah, he is a douchebag. We're not gonna go in the rant about how Eric Stewart's a big douchebag, but like.
No, do it. People need to hear it.
Yeah, no. I don't want to go too much.
Yeah, no, seriously, because if you see this guy at a con, don't approach him. He's not worth it.
I've spoken about him enough, man. I don't want to rip the guy too much of a new one, but yeah, he's a douche. Then again,
seriously, because
it's funny
honestly,
because
it's
wait, hold the phone.
People who act like that, there's consequences.
Wait, hold on. Nerdy Chic Universe. Here's a new one here. Nerdy Chic Universe. Did you interview Eric Stewart at Mythicon 2? That's what No. You weren't at Mythicon 2. Nerdy Chic Universe is a friend of mine who interviews people, and they were at Mythicon 2.
Well, I'm the only one out of the four of us here that does interview.
Yeah, but Nerdy, I'm asking the comment section. What's this one? What's your folks' opinion on the PhillyCon debacle? What? What are they talking about?
Yeah, care to...
Okay, oh wait, no, I know what they're talking about. There was a thing that was going online about PhillyCon that they were... It's kind of one side. It was on one podcast where PhillyCon was, Oh, she did. Yeah, she did interview him. What was he like in real life to you and everybody else? He was kind of a douche to me when I was getting his autograph. Like, he didn't want me to be there. Anyway, PhillyCon apparently had some insider money issues. Like, they were, like, committing fraud or something. I don't know what the issue is. They like only got one side of the argument and everything like that. It's like I really don't want to get involved with that group. Right now. I'm like I got better things to worry about than PhillyCon's money problems. Like half the stuff in the interview was like when they're telling us this, it was like I don't think this was any of my business what you're saying here. So I'm not taking sides. We don't know much about the details. I don't know much about the details, so we're not going to go into it. Despite how much controversy Zach loves.
So, I believe I mentioned this back when I first did it, but when I got a loot crate, first and last one, it was during a deal where it was like a buy one, get one free. My free one came in this week, and thankfully there's actually better stuff in it. Still not going to win me over, but better. There was a Deadpool shirt. I got a Arrested Development wallet.
A what wallet?
It's from Arrested Development.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
That's where the that's where the banana stand quote that I showed you was. Punisher sticker. Weird enough, a poster for Deadpool 2. This was the May crate, so I'm not surprised. But the one thing that they had in there, I actually enjoy. Who's ever heard of Archer?
Of course.
I like Archer, kind of. I haven't seen an episode, but I like it. Oh, is that an Archer figurine?
It's an Archer figurine with him holding a beer, pointing a finger. Funny enough, there's a variant of this. It's called a Battle Scar. It just has him with like a whole bunch of like and whatnot.
Phrasing.
Now I'm not subscribed to.
We got a question. We got a question. Would you do episodes of Gem and the Hologram on Mystery Brony Theaters? Gem and the Hologram. I actually have not seen Gem and the. Have you guys ever seen the Gem and the Hologram series? Not the movie.
I have.
What is it like?
I did, but I was extremely young. I had to be like 4 or 5.
I thought for a second you were gonna say I was extremely high.
You know I don't do shit.
I don't know. Seeing Justin Sprower high will be the greatest moment of my life. So.
Most of my family members are female, so I have experience.
Like, you ever seen Gem and the Hologram, Zach?
No. I haven't even seen the movie either.
Don't see the movie. Yeah, the movie's not worth seeing from what I heard.
Speaking of the movie,
to answer the question, I don't know, maybe at one point I wouldn't mind doing a Let's Watch, but it would kind of be outside of Mystery Brony Theater, more or less like a personal stuff. I haven't seen it, so I'd be really interested in seeing what they throw at us. I heard it's an okay show.
Let me just say this in regards to the movie. I haven't seen it, but one of the people I interviewed at BronyCon was a member of the comic book staff, and it was Sarah Richards. Fantastic artist, by the way. She has a lot of her stuff in watercolor, and that is hard.
Yeah, watercolor. I remember in art class, even I could barely pull off. You should. If I had some of my like grade school art, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, you guys can Jablonski and friggin' Zach vouch for me on that one. Like, watercolors.
Yeah.
It's difficult to work with, yeah. But she made some sort of a comment about making variant covers for the Gem and the Hologram comics, and I chimed in and went, "I am so sorry about the movie," and she goes, "Thank you. We're still in mourning." And I even and then that's what I said, and it's like, though I will say this though. The Gemmer fandom, which is, I don't know if that's what they call themselves. That's just the name I came up with because it takes a long time to say Gem and the Holograms. But so I said the Gemmer fandom, they definitely handled their movie a lot better than the Ghostbusters fans did. And I go, look, say what you want about Ghostbusters. It had Ghostbusting. Hold on, Evan. No, I'm going to finish the story. But the Gem movie got nothing right. But the fan base of that show did the right thing. They all collectively said, we're not going to see this movie, and it got pulled in like less than 2 weeks. And that's when Tony Fleece, one of the other artists for the comic book series, goes, yeah, it's almost like women are better at certain things than men. I go, you think? And we had a good laugh at that in the press room.
There is one thing I do want to talk about.
Sure.
25th anniversary. The 25th anniversary. Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, didn't they plan something huge and special for that?
It was a half hour long, but we got a lot of cool stuff out of it.
Oh wait, I got a sound effect gag for you. Like, slowly pull open your shirt like that again. I got a sound gag for you. Hold on, let me just.
I'm ready.
No, I already did it. You.
I didn't hear it.
It was a. Okay, I'll try it one more time. Just slowly now. Damn it, you did it. Okay, that was a terrible thing there.
Anyways, this special was a lot better than what they did for the 20th anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yes. They stuck it to like about 1.5 episodes because there was a bit of a lead-in. They got Rangers from pretty much a lot of the good series, Dino Charge, RPM,
Texas,
Time Force, In Space,
Texas,
huh?
Texas. The Texas Rangers are pretty spectacularly known. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, would you shut up?
Hey, I can resist. Give me a break on that one.
But yeah. But they got a lot of the Rangers in there, including, of course, Super Ninja Steel. A couple gripes I've had with it. One, I wish it was an hour because they had so much good shit in there that I wish it wasn't limited to half an hour. Tommy actually has a son.
Aww.
And they split. And they explained away Dino Charge's ending.
Okay, now please fill in the blanks for us. For those of you who are not familiar with the ending for Dino Charge and how they fixed it.
The ending of Dino Charge, basically, it's where dinosaurs are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And how they fixed it, since a lot of people complained, they pulled what is called an RPM, which is they put it in a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So Dino Charge is in another dimension.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The one Power Rangers. Oh, go ahead.
Tommy Oliver, though, has a very unique ability. You know how he's been like 4 different Rangers?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, it's Green Ranger, White Ranger from Mighty Morphin, Red. Actually, no, I think it was 5. He was Red Zeo for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
No, he might have been just Turbo. No, he was Red Zeo. He was for a little while, and he was Black from Dino Thunder.
Hold on a second. I have to see if I got this right. The guy from Power Rangers Samurai, Hector David Jr. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, actually, if you go to my Instagram, Shadeside Studios at Instagram, you can actually see a vlog series I did with Bruce like exactly 1 year ago when we were at Pensacola Comic Con. We went to this place called McGregor's, and we got to hang out there. He was a cool dude. Really was a cool dude. Got a video of him doing a backflip. But yeah, he was really cool.
In this special, he was able to morph into most of these forms.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that floating around on Facebook.
Yeah. Fun fact: there was only one that he did not go into, and I think it was. I can't remember I don't know the reason why, but
Does he need a reason why?
I can't remember. But anyways, he doesn't go into the Red Turbo Ranger. He morphs into all the others, but instead of Red, but not Red Turbo.
Probably, if I had to venture a guess as to why, I think it's because they were going for more for color than just aesthetics. Because
I think so.
Because it was 2 different Red Rangers.
Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm actually surprised Cruiser is following Power Rangers this much, honestly. I never thought I'd see you as much as a Power Ranger fanatic. I mean, like,
I was.
I know you were a fan, but I didn't think you'd be still following it. I don't even know. Zach, were you a Power Ranger fan growing up?
Yeah, I loved Mighty Morphin. I never really watched anything past it. I'm still a fan of the concept of Sentai and Power Rangers, but I just don't really follow it.
I find it.
Yeah, I'm actually on the same boat as Zach. You know, he's right above me. Because right as soon as they went into space, that's kind of like when I stopped watching. But
honestly, you stopped at the best one.
They're the other one to space. I stopped watching.
I am not. Power Rangers in Space is honestly the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, just
isn't that
like I think I may have saw like a highlight reel of what of the best parts of space, but after that, like I was just kind of done. But I never like lost track of that was one of I think that's safe to say that was my first TV fandom.
Hold on.
That I was involved with.
Wasn't the Power Ranger?
What's that?
Wasn't the Power Ranger in Space series that episode where they did the crossover with like the thing where they did the crossover with the Ninja Turtles?
I think that was
because I remember
either that one, Lost Galaxy, or Time Force.
In space they had the board, the hoverboards, right? That they flew in space. Yeah, because I remember the ending of the Ninja Turtle crossover. It ended with them shooting the Ninja Turtles into space, riding the hoverboards. And then we never heard from them again.
We don't talk about we do not talk about Next Generation, Next Mutation, my friend. It never existed.
I don't know what that is.
Good. No.
Nerdy Chic Universe says I was right. It was in space. We gotta get her on here. Nerdy, I gotta do more stuff with you. I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to Kissimmee. Are you going to Florida Anime Day next Saturday, or that one convention in Kissimmee on the 15th? Because me and Bruce are gonna be there. We'll make you a giant balloon pretzel.
Is Bruce gonna be a guest?
Yeah, he's one of the guests there. He's building a Batman thing, I think. I don't know.
the only Power Ranger special I saw was Forever Red.
That is honestly one of my favorites.
Okay.
It is honestly and it's I actually find it funny the reason why Rocky isn't in it because at first like they got a hold of it's like, oh yeah, sure, like, let me know when this project goes forward, and then suddenly the episode airs, they couldn't reach him. Turns out he was in the process of moving. I'm thinking, dear God, the days before cell phones.
No, but he's in this one. He's in this one.
Okay.
Good. Good, because I thought he was a good replacement for Austin St. John. I really think so.
Well, honestly, one of the things that was there was I remember I haven't watched most of the specials. Zach, have you watched any of the specials for the Power Rangers or?
No, the only thing outside Mighty Morphin I've seen is the movie where they fight the purple silly putty guy.
I love that movie.
Okay, so I'm gonna admit here, I've got some bad news. I only have one Power Ranger special that I've seen in my life, and fuck, I don't even remember what it was called. It was like a Christmas special or something. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I think that was like maybe a home video exclusive.
Yeah, I remember my step cousins used to have it on like home video when I was growing up, and when it was
I think that was too.
Yeah, it was like starring like Alpha 5 and Zordon, and they kidnapped children.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That was, oh my.
It's
God.
like kidnapped children just brings that all there. There was songs. Lord Zeb was there. I don't know. No, there was like guests.
I was actually ripping that episode while watching it. Oh my God.
Are you serious? We got something to do on Christmas then. There you go.
Depends on my situation, but sure. I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Power Rangers, now and Jablonski, you're kind of the authority on this one, so I'm going to direct this towards you.
I think you have more authority over me on this subject, so yeah, there you go. Either way, Justin squared.
I am your Power Ranger god.
Okay, then, seriously, no, because this could actually use some answering, because I was actually a bit unaware of this. It seems like there was some controversy or some sort of bad blood between Austin and Jason.
He's frozen.
Jablonski, you're frozen.
He's like, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I love that post. Oh, there he goes.
Okay,
no,
he's still frozen. He just had to nod.
Okay, can you please, tell us, what happened between those two, and if this is resolved now?
What was the question? I was kind of confused.
There was some apparently Austin St. John and Jason David Frank were kind of butting heads at some point.
I can't really confirm or deny that. It isn't really something I look into. I look more into what the actual show itself. I haven't really touched behind the scenes a lot.
Well, supposedly this is it's been squashed by now. Like it seems to be done. However, the one thing I have noticed though is that whenever the old school Rangers are making an appearance, I never see Austin and Jason at the same con. So I kind of wonder if something might still be under the surface.
Simple. Well, it's simple. Jason's into Ninja Turtles and Austin's into Kaiju, so there you go. It's an in joke for us.
Maybe you could be right. Like I said, I haven't really paid attention to a lot of behind the scenes. Really, the only few things of behind the scenes that I know of, and it's more the new stuff, is it's completely unrelated to the question. For those that have seen Super Megaforce, which was supposed to be their 20th anniversary. Well, Megaforce and Super Megaforce, I should say. Originally, what they wanted to do was to skip. They wanted to skip the Angel part, which was the first part of Megaforce.
Oh my God!
And you know how they had the pirates?
Yeah,
there were pirates.
They wanted the whole season to just be them.
I like the designs of the Power Rangers where they're like space pirates.
I need to see. Wait! I didn't even know I didn't even know pirates were in the universe. There. Let me take a look. Oh my! Okay, I just switched tabs to that John Delancey. I just switched tabs to that John Delancey video, and the animation just scared the shit out of me.
Okay. The original Super Sentai that it's based off of is based off of space pirates, and the basis of it is that there are pirates that are looking for a treasure that's on Earth, and they use the Ranger keys to unlock new powers and abilities.
What's the name of the series?
Collect all of them.
Megaforce?
Super Mega Force, if you want to look at the pirate one.
Yeah,
the
Space Pirate.
Sentai is Go Kiger.
Super Mega.
Now, is Super Sentai even like, is the show in Japan like the same thing as Power Rangers, or is there
Sentai is older than Power Rangers.
Yeah, was that
much I know. But what I'm wondering is, was Super Sentai the exact same formula, like the same show setup? You know, that they got
yeah.
Okay.
What's funny
that's
was
what I was wondering.
what I found.
They have different premises. Like I said, Go Kiger is pirates. They have a few police ones.
What
a lot of dinosaurs.
What I find hilarious is that the original idea for Super Sentai, the original series, was originally meant to be Spider-Man. That's what I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
Then again, if you look at the Red Ranger like very carefully, and like, yeah, I can see some Spider-Man in there.
Yeah, there was in Japan there was a thing where Spider-Man had a giant mech. and if you read the book for Ready Player One, that's the mech that the main character gets. He gets the Spider-Man mech.
So instead of a Gundam, he gets a Spider-Man mech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him credit for Ready Player One, and I'm glad they used the Gundam because I wouldn't know what the hell that is. But yeah.
But this new one, they're doing Beast Morphers.
Uh-huh.
They actually it's an out of order season. If we're going by Go Kiger, if we're going by Super Sentai, because this one came a while back, but now we're getting it in America, and since Hasbro now has Power Rangers,
oh good,
I am expecting quite a bit.
I am expecting a Power Rangers pony crossover. That's what I'm expecting.
I'm surprised nobody has came up with a Power Ranger animated series. Honestly, have they done that yet?
I can't really say for certain.
Would you see a Power Rangers anime?
Closest thing we have right now is the comic series, and Shattered Grid is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like, I shouldn't have called this stream "It's Go Time." I should have called it "It's Morphin' Time." I mean, like, you know.
I was gonna scold you for that.
And you know what? I actually.
You're the one that brought it up.
Okay, and since Jablonski here again as the expert, I actually had an idea for a season of Rangers. You tell me if you think if it'd be an interesting idea. The idea basically it'd be called Power Rangers Ancient Combat, and you would get people from, you know, to put it, I guess, bluntly, a diverse group of people. Like, you had people from different countries, and they would actually be mimicking the fighting style of, you know, the ancient warriors from where they're from. Like, so if you get someone from India, they'd be mimicking the Rajput warrior. You get someone from Japan, they'd be doing the samurai. You get someone from Greece, they'd be the Spartan.
Well, there already was a Power Ranger samurai, and that was the...
Okay, but you get my point, though.
Like, if they are from nations?
Yeah. And as far as... You don't see it?
No.
Oh, well.
It's like Evan said, a lot of the stuff that you mentioned
has been done.
We already got samurai.
Didn't we already have one where all the Rangers were like from different time periods?
And aliens.
Time Force.
Yeah, Time Force.
No, Time Force was a think of a police force.
No, I know what he's talking about. In Mighty Morphin, they had original. They like did a time. They were like Rangers from different time periods.
Yeah, they did that was like, I think, like an episode or an arc.
Yeah, it was an arc. It was on Linkara's History of Power Rangers.
Revisiting the entire thing. So thank you, Netflix. between that, okay, this is pretty much what I watch.
What if it was like Cowboys?
I watch current animes. Just got back on. Just started watching Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. My usual and rewatching Power Rangers if I'm not doing anything.
Did they ever do Cowboys? Like Power Ranger Cowboys? Did they ever do that? Or...
No, I don't think so.
I would totally like to see Power Ranger Cowboys. There you go. Give it that Steel Ball Run treatment that I want to see. Except instead of the Megazords, they're giant horse mechs. That'd be awesome.
Okay, now, here's another show for you. It's not like Power Rangers. However, it does use quite a bit of elements from Power Rangers. It's called the Aquabats Super Show.
What? Aquabats?
Never heard of it.
I have no...
Okay, basically, it's about a band, an actual band, but they're playing characters. And
oh my god!
What?
I just looked it up. And the first...
they do actually have to fight monsters.
Hold up! What I looked it up, and literally the 7th image is them about to be hung. I'm not even kidding.
So,
look at this people.
They do have to fight monsters, like people in rubber suits.
Are you sure? Because looking at this, like quite literally, this is one of the...
I can't see what you're looking at.
I know, I'm putting in the chat down there. This was literally one of the first images.
I believe that, yeah, this was an image from the show.
Yeah, I'm really confident.
It was featured on Nickelodeon. They all had like their own special powers. They were a band. They went on tour, and like what they toured around in was like a van, but however you step inside, it's just like the TARDIS. It's much bigger on the inside. And there would occasionally be a cartoon that they would actually play somewhere in the middle of the episode. It's definitely out there, and I do believe is worth checking out, especially for the suits, the rubber monster suits. They're worth seeing.
They look like the Fantastic Four if they were Mexico or something like that.
So,
I don't know.
Also, since I've been watching Dragon Ball Super, I swore off Dragon Ball Z. Mostly because I just didn't like it.
I liked it.
Dragon Ball Super won me over. There's this one line. It's a conversation between Vegeta and Goku, and Piccolo is behind them.
Oh, good.
Vegeta they're talking about their wives. Vegeta goes, well, it's in our DNA. Saiyans are attracted to strong women. In the back, Piccolo just has his jaw drop. And going, that explains everything.
There's a really
This explains so much.
in the Dragon Ball Super, there's like a really, really bad out of context line where a guy like pulls out a gun and tries to shoot Goku, and then Trunks is like, no, he's not black.
What?
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry, what?
I haven't gotten to that far, but I think I know
What?
which arc you're talking about.
Because one of the
You're talking
villains
about
is called Goku Black.
Okay, hold on.
The Goku
No,
Black arc.
no, I need to look this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. It's so bad.
I'm
Out of
sorry.
context.
I'm currently on the Vegeta versus Frost arc episode in the Universe Tournament arc.
He's not black. Is this dubbed? Is this really dubbed?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh my god, it's because I'm running OBS and everything, it's gonna be slow. Oh my god. Anyway, what else am I thinking of, like... How long's the clip?
It's like 15 seconds.
Okay, let me see here, it's 28 seconds there, I'm gonna see what I can hold here. I'm not gonna show the images, but let me just play the audio here. If you want to cover your ears, Jablonski, go ahead.
Coming!
There's Trunks.
All right. Great. Plan B. This is for everyone you've killed. England, murderer. Hold your fire. This man isn't black.
We're gonna phrase it so much better.
Can we just admit that sometimes racism and stereotyping is funny?
Oh my god!
No, it's like out of context, that would be so wrong. But in context, it's brilliant.
The reason I know about this is because like I was hanging out with some friends and we were watching like out of context anime clips and that played, and me and my friend we didn't really watch Super yet, so we forgot about Goku Black. So when we heard that, we were like, "What?
He's not black."
It took us like 10 seconds to get it. We were like, "What? Oh."
Yeah, and
I have
speaking
not
of
had-
anime,
we have not had a good laugh like that in
speaking of anime, though, coming up in my Apple's interview, which is basically Peter New and Bill Newton, they actually talk a little bit about what it's like to voice anime, and
Depends on the anime.
and one of the things I remember them saying is that when first of all, there's no one else in the room; it's just you.
Okay.
And the one thing that they tell you is you are not going to have time to perform. Like they need you to get these lines out fast.
Yeah, of course.
And and after hearing that, I had to know what was it like in the studio when they were recording that line.
For what? Like, for what? This man is not black?
Yeah, like did they have the same crack up that we did?
Well, that's the thing. Like, from what I heard in anime, when it comes to voice actors, they like it's usually like the main characters, the essential plot that are usually there longer. And what's hard is that they have to like dub it within a certain time frame.
Yeah, like you. It's one of the few times when the cartoon is done and you're watching the cartoon, but there's also a timer that's somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, for each
that's
line.
telling you like how long you have to say 3 lines worth of dialogue.
Yeah, I was talking to like Paul St. Peter who voiced Zem.
I watched a lot of Space Dandy behind the scenes stuff, and like since Space Dandy was like they had to get those episodes out super fast because they had to get those episodes a week out before Japan, so like they had they barely had any time to like work with. So like the stories that fucking forget who voices Dandy, but he has a lot of interesting stories about it.
Well, here's an interesting anecdote. Like I was talking to Paul St. Peter, who is the voice of Xemnas on Kingdom Hearts. That he's you got Justin and Zach. You played Kingdom Hearts 2, right, or something like that?
Yes.
You know Xemnas. Yeah. He speaks in a very retoned voice like this. But Paul St. Peter didn't know that. Usually in anime, like the time frame is like this big. He's like, okay, here's the time frame for Xemnas. He's like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, there you go. And it's funny because he got that role because they thought he played Vicious in Cowboy Bebop. But what's funny is if you watch the behind the scenes videos for what it was like working in the Dragon Balls as a Dragon Ball Z voice actor, you would know. You guys obviously have heard the stories, right?
Some.
It's like even when we were at the gala, right? Ian Corlett says, "Yeah, I liked voicing Goku, but I cannot do that an entire day."
If you haven't seen it, one of my favorite things is the behind the scenes of Battle of the Gods, where you see Goku and Beerus's voice actors in the booth.
Yeah.
And just like there's just a part where Beerus does this screech, and you can see the voice actor put his hands up. It's like, yeah.
Like having the ability to scream that much to a point where you black out is just.
And speaking of animation, BoJack Horseman this month.
Oh, I need to see that show.
New season. I love BoJack Horseman.
What I've actually been watching on Netflix, I've been binge watching Parks and Recreation because because Ron Swanson is my spirit animal. But I've also been watching this show called Ultimate Beastmaster, which is one of these. It's kind of like American Ninja Warrior type shows where it's an obstacle course. But what I love about it, though, is number one, it's executive produced by Sylvester Stallone.
Nice.
And it also has MST3K styled commentary.
Nice.
Yes. So it's very entertaining.
MXC?
What's that?
Did you say MXC?
I miss MXC. MXC was so good.
It was.
Oh, Spike, back when you were good. Now you're just a flop.
When I was a kid, I was crazy about MXC.
Actually, Spike is now Paramount Network.
I know, that's why I mean it flopped.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth watching. It really is. and not to mention just this obstacle course. It's inside the scene. It looks like this weird dragon mammal beast, and it looks amazing. Like, honestly, when I first saw it, my first thought was, "Oh, hey, it's Guts from when I was a kid."
Dude, actually, and speaking of, that show is on VRV now because they have a Nick Splat channel.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So you can watch a lot of the old. You can watch a lot of the old Nickelodeon stuff. Offerings aren't too much, but if you like other anime stuff, it's actually if you like other stuff, it's actually worth $10 a month to get everything.
So apparently,
I actually, believe it or not, I was actually chatting. Speaking of Nickelodeon, I was actually chatting with.
You were talking to Nickelodeon?
Evan, stop talking when I am. Seriously. Because I was talking with Phil Moore not too long ago.
I don't know who that is.
Nice.
The host of Nick Arcade.
Oh, I wouldn't know that. Sorry.
Evan, you are so stupid.
Does Sparrow have to smack a hoe?
I'm not happy.
Evan!
I will, Evan. Trust me, I will. But
You're pointing to Zach.
well, Evan's over here.
No, from my point of view on the screen of this chat. From the screen of the chat, you were just pointing at Zach. I'm all the way in the bottom right-hand corner.
Fine.
You're in the bottom left for me.
You're pointing at nothing now. You're pointing at the left, from my perspective.
Okay.
You might want to take a look. No, you're
Fine,
pointing
I'll get you, motherfucker.
Thank you.
But anyway, I was talking with him because he, is a big proponent of wanting to bring Nickelodeon back to Orlando. And I told him that I actually had this idea for an attraction called the Nickelodeon Flashback Playground, where they bring back all of the, or at least most of the sets from like their sitcoms and their game shows, and kind of give people a chance to kind of run around and play in them. And he says that's actually a very good idea, but the problem is that Paramount owns Nickelodeon now.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah, that was actually kind of an idea that I had in general for that space. It's just a history of Universal Orlando, and outside of it would be like a mini version of the Slime Geyser.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Slime Geyser.
And they even I don't remember when they did this, but they moved the time capsule to their location in California now.
Yeah, they did.
And
they did after the hotel shut down.
Yeah, and I can only recall maybe 3 items from that time capsule. There was a skateboard, a Game Boy, and Twinkies.
There's Gak.
There were those Michael Jackson's a newspaper, a piece of the Berlin Wall, a skateboard, a VHS of Back to the Future, a vial of Gak, and there's a few other items too, including those. I can't remember all.
I don't even want to know what the vial of Gak looks like right now. They're probably gonna open the time capsule and say, what the fuck is this? And like,
it's all dust.
It's just like white and disgusting, like mold or something like that. Okay,
I think they're supposed to reopen it, and I think 2049.
Yeah. Anyway.
2042. It was either 2042 or 43.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
we're halfway there. Whoa!
Anyway, I wanted to bring this into attention. We got 2 new pieces of fan art this week.
Okay.
Both of them are 2 characters as MLP trading cards. One is me as written here, Fenster, and the description is not a pony. So this was made by someone there, by Derpy's Best Pony. So yeah, I like how he chose that old screenshot with my room behind and everything like that. So yeah, we're gonna be moving on to chat questions after this in a moment, guys. And there's also one for Cameron, who is a unicorn, and it's the shot of him frozen in the ice, a baby. It's cold outside, and his card description says this is not coming from me. It says the Jew one.
The Jew on?
No, the Jew one. That's what it says. Oh my god. Anyway, well, thanks for the cards there, Derpy's Best Pony. I appreciate
I think
it.
Zach is the only one that could attest to that.
But he can't be the Jew one.
Well, he is Jewish. He was.
But he's poor.
Oh, I thought.
I'm sorry, Zach. I had to go for it.
Oh my god.
Like, someone gives me an old line, I have to take it.
Oh, I actually told Brony on his Twitter that he has resting bitch face.
You know what Brony was actually doing for the past 4 days? He's actually been setting up shows. Like Thursday, he was doing Beyonce. Friday, he was doing Leonard Skinner. And yesterday and today, he was doing the NFL.
The what now?
The what?
NFL.
What is he?
I mean, like, what was he doing?
Oh, he was setting up the venue, like the stage and whatnot.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. And he didn't tell me how much he was getting paid, and frankly, that's really none of my business.
Yeah.
But he did say that it was good money, and just if he could get, like maybe 3 of those a week and still do the Y or maybe just his Patreon, he'd be set. So I told him, like, dude, you guys try to get in with the or the Orlando House of Blues, because they get shows pretty regularly.
Yeah, they do it regularly there, but they kind of already have like a pre-set up venue. I think I actually remember trying to apply there, but usually their venues are usually already pre-set up with the similar lighting scheme. The only thing they usually add is effects, but maybe he might. He might.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Like, like he was getting so worn out after the first day. Like, they were still getting packed up like at 3:00 in the morning, and my friend Don back in New York, he actually does this almost on a regular basis. And he's like, don't worry. Just tell him the business is breaking him in.
I'm glad to see that right there. So with that said, let's take a look at the chat here, see what's going on here. Apparently, Lana, Derby is Best Pony, Morpheus, ZX, and a bunch of other guys are working on that series I suggested them last week of doing their own MST3, like their own similar series to us, and they're still talking amongst one another. Like I said, I really am interested in seeing how that turns out. Really am seeing how.
Maybe it could actually become a Bizarro World episode of Mystery Brony Theater where we actually bump into them.
Maybe that would be a cool episode. So if we can find a way to do that, if they can get some stuff up there, throw up 5 videos and we'll see what we get, and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey,
now, seeing how we're back on ponies, there's actually something that I'd like to show everyone. For those of you who don't know,
keep the pants on.
BronyCon. What?
Nothing.
Please don't do that. Seriously, Evan. Like, I'm being legit. Please don't do that. That is a real pet peeve of mine. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, that whenever BronyCon comes to the area, a lot of the town, or at least the hotels and the shops, get pretty involved. And one of the things that the Hilton does that's connected to the convention center is they actually make their own custom key cards for their hotel rooms. In fact, this was just this past year.
I can see me in the reflection. It's so shiny. I like this music. It is so shiny.
Okay, is that better?
No.
Okay, I'll go do like a roll here.
We can see it's just you can see the reflection and showing how shiny it is. That was a cool effect.
And but because sadly BronyCon's coming to an end, they're actually they just put a bunch of stuff up on eBay, and they actually just put out the remaining ones they've had from the previous years. I can't remember which years these are from, but go ahead and just enjoy the pictures for what they are. Pretty cool. This one's probably my favorite.
You may now enter the room.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, and this one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good shot. One actually comes in clear.
Yeah, and because BronyCon's ending next year, someone actually, I think it was maybe Sam Holt Lyon, who actually does a lot of the BronyCon analysis badges. He posted this picture that was similar to what I call the Stargazer one, my favorite, and he took a line from the last Unicorn song and said they will stare unbelieving at the last BronyCon, and I'm like, oh no, please don't.
You got a song cover. We should submit that to like Will or something like that to do a cover of the last BronyCon.
Use Out of Baltimore, Maryland, a tsunami managed to flood the area again.
What?
And the hotel that I stayed at, they actually had buttons, and this was what we got. And it's really sad to see it go. It was sad when the gala left, and Crystal Mountain PonyCon also came to an end. But for what I understand, that con, and please don't ask me the ins and outs of this convention because I've never been to it. I don't think I've ever talked to any of the staff that are there. But from what I understand, that con was actually a dumpster fire from the very beginning, like ever since year one.
What?
Yeah, I've heard about
Crystal Mountain PonyCon.
I don't know.
So I don't know the ins and outs of it, so please don't discuss it. I mean, don't ask me, I should say. But that being said, however, there's still High Roller PonyCon that's coming back next year in Vegas, and my friend Will went there, and I asked him, like, hey, are you going to go on the Stratosphere Tower? He goes, fuck no! Turns out he has a fear of heights. And I go, dude, you fly in a plane all the time. And it's like, but I'm in a plane.
Actually, the way usually people who have vertigo that usually overcome that. Usually they like have something to knock them out throughout the flight, and someone wakes them up in the morning.
Okay, but there's a difference between vertigo and heights, dude.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No, vertigo is something completely different.
Explain.
Haha, Evan look like an idiot.
Explain. I want to learn.
You look it up. You tend to look up everything.
No, clearly you guys know.
Pretty sure vertigo has something to do with getting dizzy.
Yeah.
What's the fear of heights? Like, what's the phobia?
Falling.
Yeah, but what's the phobic name?
I don't know the actual name for, like, the scientific name for it, but like just fear of heights is a general easy way to say it.
No, it's acrophobia is what you're looking at.
Well,
apparently it's not about a fear of acrobats.
Yeah, but anyway. No, okay, that was funny. I was like, dude, you fly in a plane all the time. Like, yeah, but that's different. I'm in a plane. I'm in a sealed area. That's the Stratosphere Tower. You're not strapped to anything. And to be fair, like, I've actually been on the Stratosphere Tower. I've been on 2 of the 3 rides they have up there. And you walk out onto the roof, and the only protecting you from dirt and doom is a chilling fence about chest high. And I'm like, oh, I feel really safe up here.
You compliment your parachute?
Yeah, but I was telling people who are going that if they are going to go on Stratosphere Tower and they have to pick one ride to go on, because these guys, they've never been on there. A lot of them are afraid of heights. So I told them that there is one ride that's in the center of the roof of the tower that actually shoots you up even higher, which seems scary at first, but the point is that it doesn't swing you out over the edge. You're on a set track, and you feel a lot safer. I don't know if anybody took that advice. I don't know if anybody went on the tower. But it's essentially like Dr. Doom's Fearfall at Islands of Adventure.
I could never go on that ride. I could never go on a free fall ride like that. I will say up front, I have seen videos of the Stratosphere Tower free fall ride, and almost like 50% of the videos are just the person holding the camera and their hand is shaking. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I mean, who could blame them? I mean, like...
Go ahead.
I said, who could blame them? You're like 900 feet in the air. Give it a break.
Yeah, the ride you're referring to, I guess there actually is 4, but that 4th ride costs like $100 to do, and you do basically just jump off the tower. But you don't go at the speed of free fall. You're strapped to like some sort of a tether, and you go about 44 miles an hour.
Why would you do
that? There's a camera that actually follows you down at the same speed.
Wait, is it like bungee
the device you're attached to is what's called a decelerator.
It's like a bungee.
And basically, what it does is that the closer it is attached to a motor, and the further down you go, it will start to slow down. And I have seen videos of like 12-year-olds taking the jump, which I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like if someone asked me if I do that, I'd be like, fuck no. I don't care if it slows me down if I'm bungee cord. I'm not jumping on. Man, those 12-year-olds can suck my dick.
Would I ever do it? Not if it's out of my own pocket. Like, because when I went to Vegas, it was $99 to take this thing. So out of my own pocket, no way. If someone else paid for it, maybe. I don't know.
If someone else paid for it, I'd say. For me, if someone else paid for it, I'd say like, here, give me the money. I'll go pay for it myself, and then I'd run for it.
Oh, and speaking of popular YouTubers,
I'm hitting the slots.
You brought since Sarah brought William.
What?
What's his name? Fiery Joker recently joined the Engaged Club.
Yep, he proposed to his girlfriend at Crystal Mountain Pony Con. And for those who haven't seen the video, it's I love what he did here. He invited his girlfriend, who goes by the name Aramau, up to the stage, and someone actually pulls out, one of those plushies of her OC. So she turns around and goes, "Oh, that's so cute." She turns back around, and Fiery Joker's on one knee,
Nerdy Chic,
holding a box.
Nerdy
Chic. I actually followed the artist that made that plush.
Going back to the Stratosphere,
they posted a picture of the plush recently.
Going back to the Stratosphere thing here, Nerdy Chic Universe says it would be interesting how blind people would ride the Stratosphere, since the National Federation of the Blind Convention is going to be in Vegas next year.
That would be hilarious.
Actually, I find it more frightening. You don't know what's going on. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it could be crazy.
Now the other ride that I got to go on is one of the more I can't remember the name of it, but it's very well known. Basically, it swings you out over the edge, and it looks like a spider. It spreads out, so you're facing down, and it just starts to spin 360s. Yeah. Now, I'm the only one on this ride, and so in my head, if this thing falls, my end's going down first.
Yeah, it would kill you instantly.
And then suddenly, by the time I start coming back, there's now a line of people, and I'm screaming at them, "Go to the bathroom first."
Did you wet yourself?
No, because I went to the bathroom before I went on. Although I will admit, part of me does actually wish I could just take a piss off the side of the building.
That would be...
like, hey, it's raining down there.
That's a bushwhack joke right there.
So if a ride breaks down and falls, it's raining men.
Bad joke there, Javon.
Oh, you do not know how dark I can get. You do not know how dark.
I'll bet, motherfucker.
Let's just put it this way: a lot of the jokes that I know and laugh at, I will not say on the stream. I have that much dignity, at least.
Well, I don't want to alienate anybody here, so like, yeah.
There is one more other ride up there, but it's like, honestly, I think it's kind of weak. Basically, you're in a cart, and everyone's kind of loaded up here, and then just
that ride is sadistic, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and it just dangles you over the edge. That's it. And it kind of up and down, and that's really it.
Yes, I've heard people. I know people who have rode that, and usually it's the same answer, saying that ride is fucking sadistic, because the person that's controlling whether it goes back and forth is trolling them the whole time. I'm like to myself, that's a dick move. Come on.
No.
And believe it or not, there actually used to be a roller coaster up there. Yeah, and my friend Kurt, who, Evan, you've met, he actually went on it, and he said it's extremely tame. It's a roller coaster on the side of the building, and you just go around 3 times, and that's it.
It's probably a bit... Well, then again,
it's basically the world's highest merry-go-round.
Well, yeah, I think I can see why. I mean, like, they have to kind of compensate with some of the stuff with the air pressure up there and everything like that, and the wind speed, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, it's just you got so little room to work with. That's the problem.
That's actually something I've heard about the Stratosphere rides. Like, the wind speed is the biggest, like, pain in the ass up there, from what I've heard.
I personally didn't experience anything up there, besides the height itself.
Justin, I'm referring to the operators of the ride having to work up there. Usually when there is like a certain wind speed, they can't like operate the ride up there for safety purposes. I mean, you're in the 9. I mean, yeah, you might have not felt anything. Like, I didn't say it would wind. It was going to be wind up there all the time, but most of the time when you're like at 900 feet in the air, there is a wind factor up there. That's one of the
And here's the other thing too. Like a lot of rides, 2 of them, or at least one of the rides that I went on, will take your picture while you're on this thing. It was the one that kind of looks like a spider that spins you.
Yeah, the claw. I call it the claw.
Yeah, basically, Sometimes it can get so cloudy up there that you can't actually see the buildings in the city. So they actually have to juxtapose, what would be the actual background. And sadly, I lost the photo in the move, so it was probably $10 down the drain.
Just $10. It's not that bad, honestly.
But it's but for those of you who do have a fear of heights and kind of get challenged to go on the Stratosphere Tower, that one ride I mentioned, the first, the one that shoots you up even higher, that's going to be, the ride that you can handle.
Pretty sure that nobody would go on it in the tower in general if they had a fear of heights. I'm just saying.
I remember actually when my dad, when he got me the ticket to go up there, he just gets one. He gets one for me. And I go, Dad, you're not coming up there with me? He goes, fuck that, no way!
It's like, you ever see, there's the office building in Chicago. You know what I'm talking about that large building there?
Yeah,
I
know exactly what you're talking about.
Then you probably know where I'm going with it. There's a portion where you can go to the top there, and there's like this glass area that you could step out in there, and like the surface is made of glass. Like the floor is made of glass, the sides are made of glass, and there's like a very short line of people there who have the ability to like walk up on the glass, right? Like it's so that way like there's nothing below you, like you're literally dangling on the side in like this glass booth. You know what I'm talking about? Would you have the nuts to do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, Zach?
But I could top that.
Would you?
They actually, I think it's in the same building. They lean forward.
Oh, and it actually tilts you out.
Tilts you out, so you're looking down.
Oh wait, Justin, going back to your dark sense of humor, I actually saw this clip on Facebook. Now let's just say it.
Is this going to be appropriate?
Somewhere out in Asia, there's this. They have these huge ass tall mountains, and there's a glass bridge. So as you're walking, you can actually see your feet. And as you're walking, they actually replaced a few of the panes of glasses with HD TV monitors. And it makes it look like as if the glass is starting to break while you're on this thing.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. That's like real dick move there.
Like, this one girl on Facebook sees and goes, "That's not funny." I go, "Yes, it is."
Believe it or not, there's a video on YouTube called "The Scariest Video in the Name of Science," and if you watch this on an HD TV, it will kind of make your legs like feel like they just dropped. It's like these guys free climbing to repair like a radio tower tip, and it's like shot with a GoPro, and it's the highest height. They're like barely tethered down. They have to like free climb this tower. If you know what I'm talking about, look up the video, "The Scariest Video on YouTube in the Name of Science." Let me see here. Here, I'm looking up chat here. Evan, my best friend, will be down at Disney next year and he wants to meet you. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I would like to meet people. But only if Justin's coming with me. Yep, it's his redneck smile. Redneck Justin smile.
Where's my sister at? Okay, that was bad.
I know, considering back in Ocoee, I basically lived in a redneck area.
Pedal faster, I hear banjos.
Okay, hold on. Wait. We got a question. When we get excited or have a problem, what will we do? I think they're referring to their series they want to make. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, if we get excited or...
Yeah, are you talking about within the story or behind the scenes?
Like, when it comes to that, like, if you're... I don't know what you mean by excited and, oh, look at that. You got a cat. How nice. Very, very nice. I actually played the cat. I played the cat sound effect right when he was jumping off, so it made sense.
But Kurt is actually back in Florida. He's here for his winter trip, and I'll be going with him to Halloween Horror Nights on September 20th.
Oh, really?
Looking forward to that. I look forward to his visit every year.
Uh-huh.
And next year, I'm looking to going to California.
Where are you going?
California.
California.
Yeah, basically, I have been to Everfree Northwest twice in a row. And
Hey.
usually, like, the deciding factor for what cons I go to depends on the guest. And just after going to Everfree Northwest twice in a row, I think it was time to, try BabsCon, which is going to be 4 days long this year. And, hey, I got friends out in California. It's probably worth checking it out this time. As far as their guests go, so far they've only announced one person that's but however, Everfree has already announced, I think, like several guests. They've already announced Kelly Sheridan, Starlight Glimmer,
Woo!
as well as the Studious Six. They actually got the 6 students from MLP, which is great. Don't get me wrong, and I may even, if one of my friends is going, I may give them money to get some of their autographs for me. But it's time to check out another convention here. I'm hoping to do 3 PonyCons next year. I'm hoping to do Babs, Brony, and Cider Fest. Those are the 3 I want to try to do.
Nice. What was I gonna say? Didn't Kurt have a do work for Disney Quest?
Yeah, I think he actually helped program some of the games that were in there.
I command him to say why he didn't get his group to do an update of each of those games. Defunctland's actually going to be doing a Disney Quest video next week.
It is.
I'm
Yes,
curious
they
to
are.
see that. In fact, Kurt and I were working on a podcast that kind of talked about amusement park rides, and we recorded it like months ago, but it hasn't aired yet because he's been busy with other projects.
Well, if you want, you can. Do it. I can give you the code for the live stream at Shadeside Studios YouTube page if you want to do it there. I could buy it.
I'll speak to him about it.
Yeah, I mean, Shadeside Studios needs some more content, and I'm actually, believe it or not, I told you guys about Ants, right? The when we're going to be moving this thing to the other channels eventually.
Yeah.
I had another idea that was mainly for me and Jablonski to do, or maybe just Jablonski. It was going to be called, when we do this thing every week, it's just us talking about stuff, nothing irregular or anything like that. That's why I wanted to move it. But okay, he's gone. I gotta wait till he comes back.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss myself.
Yeah,
Be right
fine.
back.
We're waiting till he comes back. It's me and Zach. So Zach, what have you been doing lately?
Absolutely nothing. Ray, been playing Shenmue. That's about it.
What's that? What is that?
Shenmue. You never heard of Shenmue?
Shamu?
Shenmue.
Okay, so I had this idea for a series for me and Jablonski to do. It was called The Inhaler, where it's just you and me talking nerd stuff. For me and Jablonski. I called it The Inhaler because it wasn't which is actually a thing I was going to pitch to you for a blog post. It was going to be called the Weekly Inhaler. Which is what I thought of it. What do you think of that name?
Not bad.
I like the idea of the Weekly Inhaler. I'm considering of doing. Heck, I could probably do a series of hosted by Zach. You could just talk about anime news, but you'd have to follow a lot of anime news each week.
The weeaboo.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
The boo. There we go.
I could definitely spend an entire time ranting about certain anime things.
Zach the Boo. That's what it would be called.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what project are you and Jablonski thinking about doing?
I was pitching. I just pitched this idea to him since we just talk about random topical stuff on this thing. Usually it's just random us having a conversation. I thought about doing a Nerds Talk series with Jablonski called The Inhaler. It's still an idea that's not yet confirmed. It's just an idea in parsing. One thing I want to point out here also is I had an idea for you actually. Lee was doing stuff on namely the Brony fandom since you follow it like a hawk. So yeah. What?
This week on the poem.
I was gonna put something there like the Bro Ranch or something like that. I don't know.
The Bro Ranch.
The name is
Ranch.
Before you say that sounds gay, I was gonna say that's the point. It's supposed to catch attention.
Or
something.
I think
in the back, all the homo.
I'm sorry.
I think you could be a bit more creative than that, Evan.
I don't know. It was just something. I haven't come up with a name. I just threw something off my head like that. And I'd like to think of stuff that's outside the box.
Whatever.
What else?
What was I about to say?
You were talking about. Okay, we got to do it now. So,
What?
so this week on, what is Justin Jablonski eating? What is he? Hold on, I got it. Okay, what are you eating?
Pringles.
What flavor?
Limited edition Nashville hot chicken Pringles.
Yeah, it's like me and that prank. It's like me and that.
Good.
It's like me and that prank.
They actually are pretty good, but they're not that spicy. Also, funny enough, Pokemon Worlds actually took place in Nashville. So coincidentally.
Exactly.
This is my golden ball. Oh, and, speaking of Pringles, I saw
I got another container here too. The
Jablonski, take one Pringle from each, stack them on top of each other, and you got a new flavor.
Oh yeah, I've heard about. I saw that commercial.
Like.
What was I gonna say?
You get like a pizza Pringle, and then you put like barbecue chicken on it.
You guys want me to tell you about a prank I've been wanting to do? If you don't tell anybody about this.
No, I did the pickle. I did the pizza and the pickle.
No, here's what I wanted to do. Okay, like I was gonna do this to Brony at one point. Don't tell him I'm gonna. If I tell you this prank, will you not tell him?
Are you on chat? Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live. He doesn't watch this shit.
No.
He doesn't watch this shit. Anyway, one of the ideas was I got this idea. I was gonna give him a thing of Doritos, and I include that one chip, like that's the single hot chip challenge.
So basically, like you're going to give him a bag of Doritos, but like one chip in there that's extremely hot and spicy.
Yeah, it's made by the Reaper. You ever seen videos of people eating that? There's a video of Shaquille O'Neal eating it. And his
I've never seen.
Okay, here's the video setup. Okay, Shaquille O'Neal's like saying there, he's like, if you get, he's like, get $5 if I don't make a reaction. So he says all this stuff's like, one down, all the way down there. He just says like the most monotone voice ever. And then he ends up leaving, and he does the usual reaction of like ripping off the shirt and everything like that because it's so hot. Apparently that's the here's the catch: drinking water makes it worse.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's always the case because it's oil. Because the hot thing is always oil, so water just spreads it.
Why, have you had experience with that, Zach?
Well, yes, and it's just common knowledge for people who know about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's milk, isn't it? That's supposed to do that.
No, Alton Brown actually came up with the good one. Half and half.
Half and half.
I was. Well, if we're talking about pranks towards Brony, there's actually one that I suggested to his girlfriend Heather.
Oh, goody.
For those of you who don't know, Brony is saving himself for marriage, which, kudos to him. So I suggested to Heather that for his birthday, you're going to send him a Playboy, but you are going to put your picture on the face of every topless model.
Which is funny. It actually wouldn't make any sense because I don't think Playboy does nudes anymore.
No, they do.
They do?
They still do. And besides, you can just like grab like some old issue for like $1 somewhere.
Really?
But it's
No, I actually
Those old Playboys sell for a lot, from what I've heard.
Funny, you know how I send a birthday gift of Chris Farley from that Chippendale skit coming out of the cake?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, usually for my best friends' birthdays, the friends I'm really good with.
Yeah.
I send a GIF of Chris Farley from the SNL's Chippendale stripper skit.
The fuck is wrong with you? I thought I was one of your friends. You never sent me. You never sent me a freaking.
I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
When was your birthday?
January 19th.
I thought I did.
No, you didn't. I'm pretty sure I remember a gif of Chris Farley jumping out of a cake from the.
I'll remember that.
Maybe it was Zach.
Our Facebook will remember it for me. But anyway, I sent it to Brony. I'm like, I could have gotten someone else to do it. My Sparrow was much cheaper.
I would love to animate that. Just Justin Sprower just exploding out of a cake. Give him the nipple rings and everything. But like,
no way, dude.
Not even if it was photoshopped.
You can do Photoshop if you want, but
woo!
I actually, for a personal preference, I actually don't like nipple rings at all. Period. I don't like nipple piercings. I don't like clit piercings. any of that
well,
stuff.
here's the thing about that. Like, I don't get what the point is because they're just going to be wearing a shirt. So what's the point of having it?
For intimacy. Some people find it sexy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. It looks like the plug in my grandmother's bathtub.
Maybe you are.
You're asking...
That didn't make any sense, Jablonski.
I don't care.
A joke still has to make sense.
Ear holes in there, like the expand. What are they called?
Yeah, I don't get those.
Yeah, why would you?
Oh yeah, gauges look awful.
Yeah,
I hate them so much.
What's the damn point? I don't want to look like the friggin' Cap from the Smurfs. What do I want that for?
Well, what's worse is the people who will put those in their cheeks.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, there are some people who will actually put those in their cheeks, so you can actually see, like, you know, their teeth and their tongue moving around inside.
I want to see that.
I ain't doing those for one reason. My teeth are nasty.
I'm looking for the point where the Japanese come up with a similar trend where it's just like a glass part of their body and you can see an organ in there. That's something I wouldn't be surprised if that was a fad at this point.
I'm pretty sure that's actually a fetish somewhere.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't doubt it.
But speaking of, you know, shit like that, Purple Tinker, who was the original founder for BronyCon,
yep.
Somebody, she was apparently defending someone who I've heard of, but I don't know that much about. Chris Chan. Does that ring a bell to anybody?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Friggin' Chris Chan. What was his name? I haven't seen most of his videos, but I heard he was. I remember he was. Yeah. I remember he was popular, but nobody likes him anymore. I don't know what the deal is on that one. I think he like said stuff that was like.
Yeah, like I think like he
was Sonic.
Yeah, like he was the one who kind of poisoned the Sonic fandom. I guess you.
What?
I don't know. That's what people are saying. I don't watch him.
I don't know.
But the point is, though, is
he bitched. He got pissed. He got kicked out of a GameStop because he bitched about a Sonic display.
Yeah, and like I don't know that much about him, but Purple Tinker apparently was defending him. You know, saying, you know, why would you say that to somebody who's different or might be autistic or trans? Now, because I'm trying to, you know, I guess you could say get ahead in this community, I didn't say anything, but I'm going to say what I was going to say to her right here, right now, is with all due respect, there's a big difference between being different, begging for attention, and being mentally ill. Okay, there's a huge difference. I don't know much about him, but I'm just saying as a general, what's the word I'm looking for here? Observation about, you know, being quote-unquote different. Some people are in fact different, but some people are just begging for attention, and others could in fact just be mentally ill.
Well,
if you want to know more about Chris Chan, there's a really funny video that's like over an hour long of a guy, like he's dressed up like a college professor and he's like giving a lecture to a bunch of people about Chris Chan.
I need to watch an hour-long video about Chris Chan. Is it like a Wikipedia?
Chris Chan has so much lore behind him. He's like one of the craziest people on Earth.
I don't know. Based on that one, I'm starting to think maybe she might be been right there, Cruiser.
The nerd community.
What is this guy? I gotta look this up. Chris Chan.
Mm-hmm. And now, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that much about him, but it seems just based off what I've seen about
fuck, that's what he looks like.
Yep.
He appears to be mentally ill, and I think the last thing you should be doing is encouraging this.
So what, is this guy like a Sonic fan or something like that?
Yeah.
I gotta look this up.
He is, and like I said, supposedly he's the one who poisoned the Sonic fandom. Like, the reason why it has such a bad reputation.
Holy what the I'm looking at a guy, he's like painted in blue. He has like he's like covered in blue paint, he has like these giant dingo ears or something like that.
A dingo ate my baby!
What am I looking at? Look, what am I even looking? Guys, you guys gotta. I'm gonna send you a link to this. You got this. Is this the guy? Right underneath this picture of the Aquabats being hung. Look at this picture of this guy. Is that him? This dude?
I believe so.
Jesus Christ! Sonic fandom's weird.
Yep. Oh, he's
No,
part of the pony
he
fandom
is.
too.
Oh, goody. I don't care. Anyway, I'm
He's part of he's part of a whole bunch of different fandoms.
Yeah.
Pony being one.
But anyway, yeah. Big difference between being different, being mentally ill, and just begging for attention. So know the difference between the three.
a garden snail who wants to be
Well,
faster
let's
than me. DreamWorks, please. It just shows Sonic giving like this deadpan look.
Oh, and oh no, we already talked about that. I was about to say, we probably should have prepared with puns.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, but we had fun reading those off at Disney.
What, you want me to do more anti-jokes?
No, I'm just saying puns in general because that kind of got us through the lines.
Do I
was,
look? Do
that
I?
was actually good.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, I actually told some stuff in there at work, and they all thought it wasn't really funny.
My girlfriend gave me a balloon. It says, "Will you propose to me?" Then I popped the question.
Funny.
That's a good one. I like that. In other news, I don't know how many of you guys out there are familiar with one particular person in the, not just the Brony fandom, but just with cartoons in general. Someone who goes by the name the Looney Turtle. If you ever see him at convention, he looks like Green Willy Wonka.
What? I don't know. The only Green Willy Wonka I think is Paul Tuckett-Pat from Family Guy, but that's just me.
But
that guy.
He actually wants to make sort of a magic act, and I told him, hey, I'm your guy.
Hold on, Jablon. I'm sorry, Spry. You need to repeat that. Your audio kind of cut out.
The Looney Turtle wants to make some sort of a magic act, and I told him, hey, I'm a magician. I'm your guy.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we'll get a chance to actually make them.
That's cool.
Yes.
You want to see a magic trick?
What?
Nobody wants to see your penis.
Oh, I can make that joke at you, but
Tell me magic
I can't
trick.
make the joke at you, but you can make a joke at him about it. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's see your trick.
So, huh?
You're not going to show us?
Show us your trick. I want to be enticed by sorcery. What is he doing? Is he trying to take a shit?
He busted his thumb.
Why would you do
This
that?
is the proper way to do it. See?
Yeah, everybody can do that perfectly well. So stupid.
Want to see another magic trick?
Okay.
Here's the other.
Now here's the trick for you.
Whoa, wait,
I'm
Zach, can you say abraca fuck you for me? Zach?
Did we lose him again?
I thought it was ever go fuck yourself.
Can you go say abraca fuck you for me?
Abraca, fuck you.
Thank you. It's probably one of my favorite lines you've ever said in an episode is when Beezen's trying to get in through the door. He says, "Let me in," and you say, "Abraca, fuck you." Oh my god.
So, Evan, what can you actually tell people about the new episode of Mystery Theater?
The new episode, what can I tell you? Aside from, I guess you guys might be there. Aside from the episode updates there, I recently finished the puppet piles where I'm able to, like, now, before then I had to, like, drag in each individual head on each view to, like, look around and everything like that. But now I was able to, I was able to make a file where all I had to do was just open the file and then just be able to do it instantly, so that way I can just go, like, stuff like that. Unfortunately, though, I'm not gonna be able to do perfect lip sync again, and I've got a perfect trailer that's gonna emphasize that I'm not gonna be able to do it this time. I'm actually gonna think.
And why is that?
I just wanted to speed up time, and and I'm not good at it. So hell, I went to fun fact here. I actually went. Toucan LCM, that guy who made the.
Yep.
I actually went to him. I messaged him. I asked him to message me on Twitter, and apparently I asked him how he did it because I wanted to do something similar like his Spider-Man and Ponyville video. To which he said, I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. All I did was just make that in here. Are you ready for this movie? And he just got lucky. I'm like, I'm sorry. Wait, stop. What? And apparently he made it all in iMovie. Apparently. So yeah, Toucan. I give you really mad props on that one. So I thought to myself, yeah, he doesn't know.
I was about to say what he really says is, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, he was good because I tweeted him. I didn't message him. I tweeted him, and he messaged me back. But yeah, the guy was kind enough to give me a response. But so then I thought to myself, yeah, I'm pretty much not going to get this. Besides, I'm introducing head movements. What's the point? So I'm going to be making a trailer called lipsync.mp4. Justin, you know that Aqua Teen Hunger Force commercial where it just shows them going like ba da ba da ba da 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 da, and then Meatwad gets on fire? You know what I'm talking about?
Barely.
It's a commercial there. I'm going to be seeing if I can line our lips up with us singing that and then you burst into flames. I'm like thinking to myself, one of us is saying, you know what, I'm going to be honest here. Finster, I don't think this is working. And he's like, what are you talking about? This is work. He's like, yeah, but it just feels unnatural. Zach's like, I don't feel right. I want to call my mom. He's like, Finster, give us back our old lips. He's like, fine, cool. I love it like that. And then the last thing is your character going like, I'm on fire. And then just cuts back saying, I'm sorry, can't do it. Get used to it.
Oh, here is some news. And I may have done this already, but I don't care. I'm going to help promote it whenever I can. But our friend Tony Sampson actually released his first album.
Really?
Yeah, he actually released his debut album called Blasm, and it is an electronic arts CD, or electronic music album, I should say.
I love that name. Blasm.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds raunchy.
Go for it.
And I'm a little unfamiliar with this genre of music. So as I was listening to it, we were kind of going over track by track what each one of these mean, because when you're listening to songs that actually have lyrics in them, it makes it pretty easy to get an idea of what they're singing, of what the song is about. But when it's just electronic music, it's a bit different, and not just for electronics, but instrumental music in general.
It's dubstep, isn't it?
It's all kinds of electronic music. There is dubstep, there is techno, there is house music.
Yeah, there's electro house, there's bass house,
retro wave, which is my personal favorite.
Yeah, and Deadmau5 does electro house. So I like that stuff. But but the thing is with music like that, you can actually not only stick to a certain genre, you can mix other elements into your music. Like for example, Deadmau5 doesn't like dubstep, but for his song "Raise Your Weapon," it does like regular electro house and then mixes in dubstep a little bit in there. So it's like,
and it actually it is on iTunes and Spotify right now. There is some clips flowing around on YouTube. I would recommend people checking it out.
So it's on iTunes or Spoofy. Callback joke.
About that earlier today.
Callback joke. Callback joke.
Are you on the Spoofy?
I actually am a premium member on Spotify.
You were about to say Spoofy.
It's worth it.
Well, since you are, please look up Tony Sampson's album, and just let people know what you think of it, because he actually wants to, not only get into cons, but he wants to be able to, do concerts as well. And in fact, there's actually a project I want to propose to the guy. Shut up.
What?
I know where someone was going to go with that joke.
What?
I was going to propose a project.
I have to cough.
I don't get it.
Seems I came down with the sickness. My bad. I just saw a joke on Facebook for that. I just had to do it.
I think I have a joke. I think I have a joke for this, but I have to find the right sound clip for it. Hold on. You just keep talking.
But basically, because he's doing this, and part of Green Jello. And there's that echo coming in from his board again.
Echoey Cruiser!
Shut up. It only happens on my end.
Okay.
This doesn't happen on Skype.
Boo.
Yeah, because if it was Skype, we wouldn't be having this call in the first place.
Oh!
Now he's echoing. Zach, the purple one.
The purple one.
Hey, Zach, want to hear a joke?
What?
Joe.
What?
But anyway,
It's
because I also work with Green Jello, I actually have spoken a little bit about wanting to do my own Green Jello album or songs or whatever. And the one thing that I would like to do is an album called Fandom, but it's spelled D-U-M-B, so fandom, stupid. And what I want to do was actually a combination of the Adam West Batman theme, but have it made by the Lego Batman and call it Brickman. We would have like someone like talking as Lego Batman. It's like, okay, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this in my way because my way is dark and brutal, and just goes no, Batman, and puts like all these like little techno music in there.
God, I can't find the sound clip. I'm sorry. I was gonna, when you were talking about Tony Sampson's album, I was gonna find the sound clip of Rolf saying, "I like this music. It is so shiny."
I was actually, I want to touch on the new episode.
Hey.
For Sounds of Silence.
Yeah.
You know that, okay, they introduced a new creature called the Kieran.
Mm-hmm. I was just telling them about that.
Me being a Monster Hunter fan, first thing I said, okay, we gotta set up a hunting party. Who's in?
And I was actually just telling Evan about this earlier today, but it's actually like a Chinese unicorn.
It's a chimera, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What?
Yeah, I was thinking to myself.
They've those before.
It's of a unicorn, a goat, a dragon, and I think there was one other one my friend mentioned, but I can't remember what.
But the show's already had chimeras before.
A rabbit. They
Okay.
don't have to be
All
exactly like that.
I'm sorry to change the subject here, but I was looking up the sound clip on YouTube of Rolf saying that, and one of the results I got here was a song by the Charmin Company called the Shiny Heiny Song. It's 31 seconds, and I'm almost tempted to hit it, but I don't want to do it.
Okay, well, moving on.
There you go. Oh.
There is an online personality that I do like called the Blockbuster Buster. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have heard.
This. I know where you're going.
Yeah, basically, his account on Twitter got suspended because Weird Al recently just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Cool for him. And he makes this joke saying, please don't take a pickaxe to my star unless I do something really bad. And Erod, that's what he goes by, made a little, comment saying, yeah, if anybody... And his account got suspended.
I'm sorry, you have to can you tell me what he said again? You kind of blacked out.
Weird Al said, please nobody, pickaxe my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And Rod, made this comment saying, yeah, anybody does that, I will murder them too. And his account got suspended.
Yeah, I don't even get
And he posted about it on his Facebook page, saying what happened and asked if people could, please defend that, tell Twitter support that it was for the sake of the joke because they didn't understand the context. And I'm pretty sure this was just some sort of a censor bot issue.
Yeah, it might have
So
been.
I went to his Facebook, said, okay, I don't believe that you would actually do this. I will defend you on this. However, did you really think nothing was going to happen if you say I will murder you on Twitter?
It's a joke, but not everybody's going to take a joke seriously in this day and age, especially like that. You know what I'm saying? What?
I question how our generation survived Xbox Live Chat.
And the thing is that...
Easy, it was replaced by children.
Hold on, this is where it gets interesting. As soon as I posted that, I get a response from his wife.
What? Yeah.
And he's like, no, he didn't know that. And just kind of telling me, give me like these reasons, excuses that he doesn't know, and like end of discussion. Like his wife was getting pissed off at me, and now I was so close to saying this one line that I'm pretty sure would have gotten me banned from his Facebook page.
Is this gonna be PC for the stream?
It is. Okay. Because basically, like, I don't call her anything, but what I want to tell her is this phrase I learned from my father, who was a police officer, and that is, ignorance is no excuse. And I so badly wanted to tell her that because, or not, that's not an excuse. Honestly, especially in the political climate that we're in. If you say like you're going to murder somebody on any form of social media nowadays, they will find it. So whether he knew it or not, that's no excuse. Like if anything, if he would have said like, I will come on your house and I will fill it with Jello, like that, like, first of all, it's non-threatening. And I think people would have actually found that a bit more funny, to be honest. Like something like that, he probably wouldn't have gotten into trouble for. But yeah, just saying that he didn't know nowadays, like that's not an excuse. I'm sorry. I want to say that to his wife, but I just decided to walk away.
Yeah, it's probably a good bet. You don't want to.
I actually do like the guy. He's a Floridian. He lives in Tallahassee. I think it's kind of cool that he's he's kind of just standing up for like fanboys and stuff like that. But, dude, like if this is how your wife is, then people are going to go away.
Yeah, here, right there. Okay, guys, that's the alarm. We got Ram. It is time for the final 5.
Okay, go check out the latest concert.
Hey! I did not say go yet.
Fine.
Fucking impatient bastard. Okay, go.
No, you go, because I'm not ready for you now.
I'm saying I got the clip. I added a sound effect to the final 5, man. I have a ticking clock.
Okay, please go check out the latest Constars, BronyCon edition. I will be working on the next interview, which will be from the Apples, Bill New and Peter. Bill New and Peter Newton. Peter New and Bill Newton. Go check it out. Please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment as well. You'll find it on ShadedSideStudios.com, as well as my channel, Cruiser Brony. Take it away.
Okay, so next up is Jablonski. Wait, I have to put him up. Hold up.
Almost finishing up drafting my Octopath Traveler review. I got a few retro articles that already finished that I was going to wait for the right time to publish them. Been working on a few other things. Supposed to get Monster Hunter this week to review that. And whatever comes after. Just been paying attention to a lot of different things and keeping myself busy. Oh, I'm getting a new phone case and a pop socket too, which we'll probably see next week. Also, be sure to drink your drugs, and there's always money in the banana stand.
Okay, always get there. Okay, Zackety Poo, you have the floor now. Wait.
I shall mop the floor. So yes. Next.
That's me. Okay, me. Oh wait, I gotta just suppose that should be me there, I guess. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be able to start animating. Oh wait, forgot my timer. I'm probably gonna be able to start animating Mystery Brony Theater next chance I get this week. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a lot of stress on my mind right now. Some stuff happened at work, and I'm hoping that I can clear my mind up of. And but I'm gonna be working on the next episode as soon as possible. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Hopefully it'll be done by this or next week. I'm gonna be shooting Finster's scenes this week, and I'm looking forward to it very much. Looking forward to working with everybody as usual, and stuff like that happens all the time, and stuff like of that matter. I always hate when I round myself up on a different on like a random place subject. You know, guys, what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What do you mean no? I do it all the time.
Jeez.
Oh well, that's all I got. So that's tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Next week, Sunday, we join us back here. Jablonski. Next week, Jablonski learns how to fly. Good night.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, guys. I think I know how we should end this. Do you want we should end this with? Just try and make like a beatbox song, but everybody adds a different thing. Here, I'll start you guys off here.
Can't hear you.
Oh, fuck that.